red clay running through my veins. A little bit of fire, a little bit of rain. You can take me far from where I learned my name, but that southern dirt still runs through my veins. I grew up where the gravel meets the county road, where no screen door never quite stayed closed. Daddy worked mornings before the rooster cried. Mama kept the porch light burning every night. We didn't have much, but we had what we needed. A rusty old truck in a field full of freedom. Summer smelled like gasoline and cut grass, and every good thing felt like it would last. I learned how to work with these two hands, how to fix what breaks and do the best I can. Learned that a man's word ought to mean something, and you don't quit just because the hard times come. I've been away, I've seen the city lights, I've slept in places that never feel right. But when the world gets too loud in my head, I hear that old dirt road calling me again. There's red clay running through my veins, a little bit of fire, a little bit of rain. Every scar, every mile, every road I've known still leads me back to where I call home. There's red clay underneath these boots, there's an old back road in everything I do. You can change my clothes, you can change my name, but you can't take the South out of my veins. I left at 20 with a tank half full, thought the whole damn world was mine to pull. Had a guitar in the back and 20 bucks to spare. Didn't know where I was going, didn't really care. I worked in Georgia, slept in Tennessee, spent a cold winter down in Mississippi. Met good men drinking coffee before the dawn, heard stories about the places they'd been and gone. One was a welder with a tattooed hand, one drove 18 wheels across the land. They didn't talk much about what they carried inside, but you could see it in their eyes when they talked about pride. They taught me something I never knew. You don't have to be rich to have something worth holding on to. There's red clay running through my veins, a little bit of fire, a little bit of rain. Every scar, every mile, every road I've known still leads me back to where I call home. There's red clay underneath these boots, there's an old back road in everything I do. You can change my clothes, you can change my name, but you can't take the South out of my veins. Got sick, didn't say much, just grabbed my keys real quick. Drove all night underneath the sky full of stars, thinking about how fast the years had gone too far. He was thinner when I saw him in that hospital bed, but he smiled like nothing in this world was wrong. Instead, he looked at me and said, "Boy, you've been gone a while." I said, "Yeah, Dad." He just laughed and smiled. Then he asked me if I was doing alright, if I had found something worth fighting for in life. I looked down at these hands he taught me to use and realized I had nothing left to prove. Somewhere between leaving and coming back, I finally found what I thought I lacked. It wasn't money, it wasn't fame, it was knowing where I came from and carrying it without shame. There's red clay running through my veins, a little bit of fire, a little bit of rain. Every scar, every mile, every road I've known still leads me back to where I call home. There's red clay underneath these boots, there's an old back road in everything I do. You can change my clothes, you can change my name, but you can't take the South out of my veins. On some hill, don't need a fast car just to prove I'm still the same restless kid who wanted to leave. Give me a porch when the day's getting late, a cold glass of tea and a little faith. Give me people who know where I've been, that's enough for me. Now I got a boy of my own running around, kicking up dust on the same old ground. He asked me why the dirt is red after the rain. I tell him, son, that's part of where you came. I watch him chase fireflies across the yard, and I wonder if he'll ever have to leave this place hard. Maybe he'll chase dreams like his old man did. Maybe he'll find his way home before it's too old to admit. But if he ever gets lost somewhere down the line, I'll tell him what my father once told me in time. Wherever you go, don't forget what made you. There's red clay running through my veins, a little bit of fire, a little bit of rain. Every scar, every mile, every road I've known still leads me back to where I call home. There's red clay underneath these boots, and there's an old dam locked in these old back roads. You can take me across every state in this land, but I'll always know exactly where I stand. There's red clay running through my veins, and through every loss. The road never knew my name, it just kept rolling through the rain. I chased the horizon like a man with nothing to lose. Now every mile behind me knows the things I couldn't prove. I left town with a half-full tank, $20 and a heart full of things. Didn't say goodbye to the girl on the porch, didn't turn around when I crossed that old bridge. The morning was great, the radio low, just me and the tires coming down the road. I had a photograph folded under the dash, a little piece of a life I was too scared to have. I told myself I'd come back someday, when I had enough money, when I'd figured out my way. But days turned to months, and months turned to years, and the man in the mirror got harder to recognize. I've slept under neon in motel rooms, I watched strangers disappear by noon. I've had good nights and I've had bad ones too, but every road somehow led me back to you. The road never knew my name, never cared about my pain. It just kept pulling me forward through the sunshine and the rain. I thought freedom meant leaving, thought home was something I outgrew. But the road never knew my name, it only knew how to take me away from you. I found a job in the town out west, worked 12-hour shifts and gave it my best. Hands got rough, boots got worn, learned how to keep moving when the nights got long. Met a woman with a laugh like summer rain. She asked me once why I never stayed. I told her, girl, I'm just passing through. She looked at me and said, that's what lonely people do. That one hit harder than I let her know, so I finished my drink and told her I had to go. She didn't chase me, didn't ask me to stay, just watched my headlights disappear into the grave. Funny how the people who see you clear sometimes the ones you refuse to keep near. I spent half my life trying to outrun the truth, only to find it waiting in every rear view. Never knew my name, never cared about my pain. It just kept pulling me forward through the sunshine and the rain. I thought freedom meant leaving, thought home was something I outgrew. But the road never knew my name, it only knew how to take me away from you. Started making a sound, pulled that old truck onto the shoulder outside of town. No cell signal, no lights for miles, just a black sky stretching farther than I could see. I climbed out and leaned against the hood. For the first time in years I finally stood still. No highway noise, no city glow, just the wind moving through the fields below. I thought about my father and his old front porch, about the way my mother used to leave the kitchen light on. Thought about the girl whose photograph I kept, and every promise I made but never kept. I realized something underneath that sky. You can put 1,000 miles between you and your past, but distance doesn't make a memory disappear. Maybe I wasn't running towards something, maybe I was running from myself. Maybe every town was just another place to hide what I didn't want to tell. I don't need another highway, don't need another state. I spent too many years believing that leaving was the same as escape. So I fixed that truck when the morning came, tightened every bolt and started it again. But this time I turned the wheel back east toward the roads that once knew the younger me. I passed the old diner where we used to eat, saw the same red sign going down the street. The waitress looked older but she knew my face, said, "Boy, I wondered if you'd ever find your way." I smiled and said, "Yeah, I guess I did." She poured me coffee and asked where I'd been. I told her everywhere. She laughed and said, "Well, you're here now." The road never knew my name, never cared about my pain. It just kept pulling me forward through the sunshine and the rain. I thought freedom and leaving, thought home was something I outgrew. Now I know freedom ain't the road, it's knowing where you're going back to. The road never knew my name, but it taught me how to change. Every mile, every loss, every night out in the rain. I don't hate the road behind me, it made me who I am today. But I don't need to keep on running, I finally found my way. There's a girl on a porch somewhere, maybe she's older now. There's a father who might not say much, but I know he'd be proud. There's a mother leaving that kitchen light like she always used to do. And there's a road outside my window, but tonight I'm not leaving. I left town with a half-full tank, $20 in a heart full of thanks. Didn't say goodbye to the girl on the porch, didn't turn around when I crossed that old bridge. The morning was great, the radio low, just me and the tires humming down the road. I had a photograph folded under the dash, a little piece of a life I was too scared to have. I told myself I'd come back someday when I had enough money, when I figured out my way. But days turned to months and months turned to years, and the man in the mirror got harder to recognize. I've slept underneath on motel rooms, I watched strangers disappear by noon. I've had good nights and I've had bad ones too, but every road somehow led me back to you. The road never knew my name, never cared about my pain. It just kept pulling me forward through the sunshine and the rain. I thought freedom meant leaving, thought home was something I outgrew. But I don't need to keep on running, I finally found my way. There's a girl on a porch somewhere where the pines remember every name I left behind, every road I took, every piece of me I couldn't find. If these old trees could talk, they'd tell you where I've been. I lost a lot out there, but I found myself again. There's a 2-lane road running west of town, where the gravel kicks up when the sun goes down. Got an old Ford humming like it's got a soul, and a cracked windshield from the years I rode. Mama used to tell me, son, don't run so far, but I was born restless underneath these stars. Had a pocket full of nothing and a head full of dreams. Didn't know the difference between a highway and a way out of me. I remember that summer by the old creek bed. You had wildflowers tangled up around your dress. You said, don't make promises you can't keep. I laughed it off then, but I hear it in my sleep. Now the evening falls like a curtain on the land, and the wind through the branches still feels like your hand. Funny how a man can travel half his life just to find the truth he left behind. Where the pines remember, where the cold wind knows my name, where every broken promise still burns like a midnight flame. Where the pines remember every goodbye, every sin. I thought I was running from my past, but it was waiting there within. Yeah, the road keeps rolling, but some things never disappear. Will the pines remember? I still feel you standing here. I spent some years chasing cities made of gold, sleeping in cheap motels when the nights got cold. Worked my hands raw for a paycheck in a room. Learned real quick that lonely comes with every kind of moon. I saw bright lights shining over Nashville sky. I saw strangers shake hands with $1,000 smile. But somewhere between the neon and the noise, I missed the sound of crickets and that old porch swing. I called home one night just before the rain. Heard my father's voice, but it didn't sound the same. He said, your mother's asking when you're coming through. I stared at the ceiling and I knew what I had to do. So I packed that old truck before the morning light, put my worn-out boots underneath the passenger side. Didn't need directions, didn't need a map. Some roads live in your bones, you just follow them back. Where the pines remember, where the cold wind knows my name, where every broken promise still burns like a midnight flame. Where the pines remember every goodbye, every sin. I thought I was running from my past, but it was waiting there within. Yeah, the road keeps rolling, but some things never disappear. Where the pines remember, I still feel you standing here. Where we used to meet, same old water running underneath my feet. The fence was leaning, but the oak tree stood like it had been waiting there, just like I knew it would. I found your initials carved beneath the bark, half covered by the years, still visible in the dark. I ran my fingers over every crooked line, and for the first time in forever, I didn't want to hide. I thought about the man I was when I left, young and angry, trying hard to prove myself. Thought having nothing, man, I had nothing to lose. Didn't understand how much I lose chasing something new. Maybe growing older ain't about getting strong. Maybe it's knowing where your heart belongs. Maybe freedom isn't always getting away. Maybe it's having somewhere worth coming back to someday. Where the pines remember, where the cold wind knows my name, where every broken promise still burns like a midnight flame. Where the pines remember every scar and every sin. I thought I was running from my past, but it was waiting there within. Yeah, the road keeps rolling, and I got miles left to go, but there's something in these southern winds that finally brought me home. Where the pines remember, I don't have to disappear anymore. If you ever hear that old truck rolling past the door, don't worry, I ain't chasing what we had before. I don't need another chance, I don't need you to explain. Some people leave a mark on you that time can't wash away. And if the years have changed us, Well, I guess that's how life goes. But somewhere in those pine trees, a younger version of me still knows. Where the pines remember, where the cold wind knows my name, where every lost piece of me was waiting through the rain. Where the pines remember every road I ever took, every lie I told myself, every chance I never took. Now the sun is coming up over fields I used to know, and I ain't afraid of yesterday, I ain't afraid to let it go. Yeah, the road keeps rolling, but tonight I finally understand. You can wander half your life and still come back a better man. Where the pines remember, I leave my troubles there. Let the band. I ain't looking back tonight. Got a full tank in the dashboard light. Whatever I lost, I'm leaving it behind. There's a long black road and a restless heart of mine. Threw my boots in the bag and left what I had. No note on the table, no words on the wall, just the sound of that old screen door closing down the hall. The town was sleeping when I crossed the line. Street lights disappearing one at a time. I could've stopped, I could've turned around, but some things only hurt when you're still in town. Got a little cash and a worn-out guitar, a tank full of gas and a head full of scars. Don't know where this road is gonna lead, but I've had enough of being who they wanted me to be. I spent too many nights asking why, too many mornings watching chances pass by. Sometimes you gotta lose what you know before you find out where you need to go. I ain't looking back tonight, let the rear view disappear in the lights. I got nothing left to prove, nothing left to lose. I ain't looking back tonight, let the old ghost fade into the night. If tomorrow wants to find me, it's gonna have to catch me moving. Yeah, I'm moving. Yeah, there was a time I would've stayed for you, would've swallowed every word just to make it through. But love ain't supposed to feel like a chain, and a heart can't grow underneath somebody else's weight. You said I changed, maybe you were right. I got tired of losing myself just to keep things alright. We spent years trying to make wrong feel good, when deep down we both knew we never could. I don't hate you, girl, I don't wish you pain, I just can't keep standing in the middle of the same old rain. You take your memories, I'll take mine. We'll leave the past somewhere back along the county line. I ain't looking back tonight, let the rear view disappear in the lights. I got nothing left to prove, nothing left to lose. I ain't looking back tonight, let the old ghost fade into the night. If tomorrow wants to find me, it's gonna have to catch me moving. Yeah, I'm moving. Stopped at a gas station around 2:30, bought black coffee and a pack of cigarettes too. The guy behind the counter asked where I was bound, and I said, anywhere that ain't this town. He smiled like he'd heard that line before. Said, son, I've been saying that for 40 years or more. Then he pointed toward the highway outside. Said, sometimes the road ain't running from something, Sometimes it's just trying to show you what's on the other side. I laughed and thanked him for the advice. Climbed back in that truck and rolled into the night. Maybe he was right. There's a little diner somewhere past the state line where I stopped just before the morning light. A waitress poured coffee and called me honey. Didn't care about my past or how much money I had. I sat by the window watching trucks roll by. Farmers heading home underneath the pink sunrise. For the first time in years I feel something strange. Peace. No phone ringing, no one waiting, no one telling me what I should be. Just me. And that was enough. Maybe freedom ain't a place, maybe it ain't a road. Maybe it's waking up one morning and putting down what you've been carrying all these years. Maybe forgiveness ain't for them, maybe it's for yourself. Maybe the hardest thing a man can do is finally stop blaming somebody else. So tonight I'm letting it go. No more turning around, no more asking why, no more waiting for a sign. The road is open, the engine is warm, and I've got a whole life waiting beyond this storm. I ain't looking back tonight, let the rear view disappear in the lights. I've got nothing left to prove, nothing left to lose. I ain't looking back tonight, I can finally see the morning light. All those years I spent running were just leading me to this. I ain't looking back tonight, whatever's gone can't stay behind. I got miles beneath these wheels and a brand new road to find. I ain't looking back tonight, let the highway carry me into the sunrise. I don't know where I'll sleep, I don't know what I'll find. But for the first time in a long, long time, this life feels like it's mine. I ain't looking back tonight, no regrets beneath these headlights. The past can keep its memories, the future can have my time. The town's gone behind me now, the road is wide and the sky is clear. I turn the radio up and disappear. No more looking back, not tonight, not anymore. I left your name where the fire burned low, watched the last red ember disappear in the snow. But every time the moon comes hanging over this town, I swear I see a shadow when the sun goes down. There's an old dirt road behind the county line where the weeds grow tall and the telephone wires wind. I pulled my truck over where the fields turn black, had a cigarette burning, watching headlights fade back. It's been 3 cold winters since you walked away. Funny how a man remembers what he wishes he could erase. I kept your old photograph tucked inside my coat, not because I wanted you back, just because I never learned how to let go. We were young and reckless, running wild after dark. 2 cheap beers and the light of throwing shadows in the park. You wanted a house, a porch, somewhere to settle down. I wanted every highway that could take me out of town. some ghosts don't need a doorway to get in. They ride beside you when the night begins. There are ashes beneath the moon of everything we couldn't save, of every word we swallowed, every promise that we gave. There's a fire underneath the silence, still burning somewhere deep inside. I can drive 1,000 miles from here, but I can't outrun what died. Ashes beneath the moon, falling like the rain. Some things turn to smoke, but never really fade. I found work down south on the construction crew. Spent 12-hour days doing what a man has to do. Steel toe boots, cold coffee, dirt underneath my nails, learning how to keep moving when everything fails. The boys at the bar would ask me about you. I'd shrug my shoulders, say, man, the chapter's through. Then I stare at the bottle sitting underneath the light, knowing damn well I think about you. When I got home that night, I heard you married someone back in 24. Heard you bought a little house with a red front door. Funny thing about news when it comes from an old friend, you can smile for a second and break all over again. I don't blame you, girl, for choosing something steady. I was never the kind of man who was ready. You needed roots, I needed roads. We were two different stories trying to share one soul. And maybe that's the truth I've been avoiding. Some men just don't need anybody to be wrong. Sometimes two people love each other deeply and still can't make the same road home. There are ashes beneath the moon of everything we couldn't save, of every word we swallowed, every promise that we gave. There's a fire underneath the silence, still burning somewhere deep inside. I can drive 1,000 miles from here, but I can't outrun what died. Ashes beneath the moon, falling like the rain. Some things turn to smoke, but never really fade. Last night I drove back past that old county road where we used to park when we were 17 years old. The trees were tall, the gravel had changed, but the moon looked exactly like it did back then. I killed the engine and stepped into the cold, heard the wind moving through the fields like an old ghost. For a moment I could hear you laughing in the dark, and I swear I saw two young kids standing where we parked. But time don't stop for memories. In the morning, don't care what you lost. The sun comes up whether you're ready or not, and every man eventually learns what love costs. So I took that photograph out of my coat, held it for a minute, then let it go. Watched the wind take it across the frozen ground, and for once I didn't chase it down. Maybe I'll always remember your face. Maybe some roads will still take me back to that place. Maybe there'll be nights when I whisper your name, but remembering someone ain't the same, staying the same. I don't need to hate you, I don't need to forget. Some memories are scars you learn to live with. And if you're happy now, then I hope it's true. I hope he knows the warm, and I was too young to keep close to me. So let the fire die, or let the old wood fall, or let the wind take the smoke away from it all. I got miles ahead of me, and the sunrise coming soon. Nothing left but ashes beneath the moon. There are ashes beneath the moon of everything we couldn't save, of every word we swallowed, every promise that we gave. There's a fire underneath the silence, but I don't have to feed it anymore. I spent too many years standing outside closed door. Ashes beneath the moon, falling through the night. Some things turn to smoke, and some things finally die. Ashes beneath the moon, I can leave them where they lay. The past can't keep its memories, I don't have to carry them away. The truck is running, the road is open wide. There's a There's an old dirt road behind the county line, where the weeds grow tall and the telephone wires wind. I pulled my truck over where the fields turn black, had a cigarette burning, watching headlights fade back. It's been 3 cold winters since you walked away. Funny how a man remembers what he wishes he could erase. I kept your old photographs tucked inside my coat, not because I wanted you back, just because I never learned how to let go. We were young and reckless, running wild after dark. 2 cheap beers in the light, throwing shadows in the park. You wanted a house, a porch, somewhere to settle down. I wanted every property that could take me out of town. I thought of leaving, then I finally had my freedom. Thought distance was enough to kill a feeling, but some girls don't need a doorway to get in. They're right beside you when the night begins. There are ashes beneath the moon, but